Hello Cancer, welcome to your abundance reading for April, month of April 2025. It's going to be very general, so just please take the bits that resonate and let the rest go, okay? Let's welcome in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, Light Beings, Spirit Guides, and of course our higher selves to assist with this reading today. So we're going to be looking at your astrological, your 12 houses, astrologically speaking. Let's see what's going to jump out here, Cancer, for the center of your reading here. There's a bit of a theme, something to keep in mind as we go through. Okay, any minute now. There we go. Okay, it's almost too many. Right, let's just do this again. I'll make sure the microphone's in. Okay. Apologies, Cancer. Maybe you've got a lot on your plate at the moment because a lot flipped out there. Okay. And maybe you're having difficulty making a choice or something like that. Okay, it's happening again. Right. That was strange. I picked up everything except the Ten of Cups, so maybe that was supposed to be the card. But anywho, let's keep going. The Ten of Cups flips out again. We will know that it was meant to be. Wow. Okay. We have the Three of Swords. So you could be healing from something here, Cancer, or maybe your heart and mind are coming into greater alignment. Let's continue here. We're going through your 12 houses. So in your first house, you have the Page of Pentacles here, which is something new coming in. Being Pentacles, it could even be like a new health and well-being regime or a new type of natural healing therapy that you're looking at as well. Or a new job or something new coming in. Excuse me. Okay, that one just flipped. Right, I'm just going to pause for 1 second. So, yeah, Cancer, this is your first house. So, you know, the house of yourself and the body and your identity. So this could be something new. Maybe you are embarking on a new look or some new clothing or something like that. Yeah, sort of related to your identity and your sense of self. Okay, so it could even be, like we said, a new job or something new that you're getting into here. In your second house, excuse me, the house of the daily things that you're doing, I feel like maybe you are tapping into your high priestess here, your intuition on a daily basis, and maybe you are embarking on some sort of spiritual practice that is really helping you with your intuition. It could even be grounding you, okay? It could be just that maybe you're saying a little affirmation to yourself, maybe you're reminding yourself about your wisdom, and maybe you're just feeling really grounded sort of in that, within yourself, okay? In the the third house of communication, you have, this is an interesting card for communication, Five of Wands. You could indeed be collaborating with others. Maybe you are fine-tuning your skills. Maybe you are you're in a group or you're doing a class in something. But I feel like this is quite an active time for you, communication-wise and even socially, Cancer. I feel like you're being sort of active. And this could even be to do with work as well, okay? Really increasing your skills and knowledge in a certain area, most likely, okay? Nice card here, the Strength card in your fourth house, which is being the house of home, and also to do with like your feminine and the emotions. So maybe you are looking at, I think this could be about or saying that you are kind of really strengthening your emotional body at this time in the month of April, and maybe you are, I guess, having some mastery over emotions that perhaps in the past have have kind of run away from you a little bit, or maybe you've got carried away with things in the past, or maybe things have snowballed emotionally for you in the past, but I feel like you're reining that in, if this resonates, Cancer, okay? You're reining things in, and I think it's going to be really empowering for you to do this. And it could also be that maybe in the past you've been very emotionally expressive, but sometimes when we do that, we kind of lose energy and we give our energy out maybe a bit too much. So if this resonates for you, Cancer, I feel like you're being a little more reserved. So maybe you're pulling that back in and just keeping some of that emotion for yourself and just kind of sitting with it and sort of processing it a little differently, okay, if that resonates there. In your 5th house, we have the 5 of Swords. So this is the house of creativity, kind of can be romance or confidence and self-expression. So maybe you're interested in a few different things at the moment, Cancer, and maybe there's something about you sort of making a choice, or maybe you feel that there are other responsibilities that you need to take care of that are perhaps putting a bit of a damper on your ability to express yourself fully in a creative sense. Okay, so it could be that you are fulfilling some responsibilities at the moment, and we do have the King of Pentacles in your 6th house, which is indeed that. And I feel that you are, you know, here with the King of Pentacles, that you are having a sense of purpose, but also responsibility and being really grounded. Excuse me. This can be... it could be about being overly fixed here, Cancer, but I don't get a sense that that's what you're doing here. I think this is about you really hunkering down on your health and well-being here. You also have the Page of Pentacles, and I feel like you're really looking after yourself here, but also fulfilling external responsibilities, which I think have to do with, it could even be financial and income here, okay? I feel like there's something coming in for you in an abundance sense. To do with income, okay? And here in your 7th house, you have the King of Wands also. You actually have 3 kings in your reading here, which is quite masterful here for you, Cancer. King of Wands, and interestingly enough, there's no King of Cups here. So I feel like you're activating other aspects of your being, okay? Your ability to generate income, to create stability for yourself. And here we have the Wands. So you're holding space for your passions, but this is also about your relationships. But I think you're taking the lead a little more, okay? You are a cardinal sign, so that makes sense as well. But it could even be to do with business or partnerships, or maybe a job role where you're having a little more autonomy, okay? So maybe you are kind of like a supervisor or a boss or a manager or something like that. There could be a contract, a business thing coming in here as well, which is really going to be really great for your abundance. And here we have in your 8th house of joint ventures, we have the 2 of Pentacles. And this can be about your creativity, flexibility as well. So you're being kind of adaptable at this time, or it could be that you're juggling things. Now, the 8th house can be sort of to do with practical things, but also emotional things, like when we start, I guess, collaborating with others in a way that is a little more like intimate, so more fine-tuning things. So I feel like maybe you are in a process here of coming into some equilibrium. Maybe you're coming into a greater understanding of your ability to negotiate, to participate in joint ventures, and to, you know, just maybe you're coming to understand the nature of your intimacy and how you like to communicate with people in an in-depth way, okay? That could be something else you're looking at there. In the 9th house of, you know, higher education, wisdom and philosophy, wow, this is a good card to have, the King of Swords. Masterful. This can be a little more analytical, but there's still a certain degree of wisdom in this energy here, and I think maybe you're going to be coming into some clarity of your personal truth and a greater understanding of the nature of your wisdom here. But also maybe you, Cancer, you're going to be sort of forming your own philosophy. You're going to be fine-tuning things. And when we talk about travel, this could be like you expanding or traveling metaphorically in the realm of consciousness. So maybe you are going to be doing different types of meditation. Maybe you're going to be fine-tuning that as well, okay? But certainly tapping into your wisdom here as well. Personal truth, big energy coming from that card there for you in that house. The 10th house, we have the 4 of Wands, which is really nice because the 10th house talks about your career and reputation. And this could be a milestone for you in your career here, Cancer, that you're going to reach some achievement or something that is going to mark the end of something and the start of something new, okay, within your career or your reputation. Okay, it could be a partnership, maybe a marriage. It could be a business partnership. It might be you completing a course of study and stepping into a job role. It might be you getting a promotion in your job role. And it might also be you stepping through this portal into a higher frequency way of being with regard to your career. Okay, so maybe you're up leveling generally in whatever field or endeavor that is sort of representing there for you. In your 11th house of, friends, groups, and, humanitarian approaches and ventures, and also social awareness, you have the Sun. This is just really awesome. Very positive, expansive, high frequency. I think whatever you do here, Cancer, it's going to feel like you're part of the bigger picture. It's also going to be activating for your inner child. And it's really going to help you to expand into higher consciousness once again and to have a real sense of purpose here, okay? You also have the King of Pentacles in the house of, this idea of service and being of service and also having a purpose or a mission. Really strong energy for you to be able to create that stability for yourself to be able to do that. And look at this, beautiful, just to complement that is this beautiful Sun energy of confidence, expression, expansion, and yeah, just really awesome. In your 12th house, you actually have the 8 of Swords, which we're going to clarify, because this could be a process of you setting yourself free, or there could still be some things that are not quite fully expressed with regard to your spirituality and your subconscious, which could be to do with your creativity, because we sort of had this here, this energy in your creativity. So maybe there's something that you're going to be adding onto here. And maybe there's, maybe there could be something that's still a little hidden. Or with regard to your spirituality, many of us have in past lives experienced a lot of trauma around our spiritual beliefs and our spiritual practices, okay? And I feel that, this could be what you're healing here, Cancer. But you know what you're doing? I have a feeling that you are creating a beautiful, practical foundation here that's going to give you spiritual meaning. But then on top of that, you're going to be healing and adding in another spiritual layer of like an even greater, a more high frequency layer, okay? So I feel like you are being really masterful at the moment, Cancer. You're activating your High Priestess here as well. Okay, this was in your 2nd house. So I think you intuitively know that you are creating a foundation at the moment that is still going to give you meaning and purpose. But on top of that, I feel that you are understanding the... Sorry, my card just dropped. That you are having a greater understanding of your spiritual depths here. You have the King of Swords, which is sort of talking about, more about the intellect. You have the King of Wands about the passion, the King of Pentacles here about the practicality. But the King of Cups is missing, and he's sort of mostly about, it can be about intuition and compassion and just really, here we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the King of Cups can be about intuition or spirituality and, incorporating that, which I feel you're going to do. It's going to be the icing on the cake for you here, Cancer. And maybe at the end, towards the end of April, you're going to hit on that. Maybe you're going to start, taking off of these binds here and removing the blindfold. Okay, maybe you're going to start loosening up and being able to integrate in this beautiful spiritual thing, because this is going to also allow you to remove the swords here and to allow your heart to expand even further. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, yes, this is going to be successful. Okay, you are going to successfully set yourself free here. Let's grab another one. And yep, you're going to be, not only are you going to step out from here, you're going to be standing here with a sword of truth, and, you're going to be getting really curious as to how you can integrate this new spiritual aspect of yourself. And here we have the Chariot. Boom, activating your courage, being able to step into the unknown and facing even, probably your spiritual gifts, talents and abilities here. I feel this is Spirit has your back as well, okay, with the Chariot. So this is a really nice progression for you, and you're going to be setting yourself free here, Cancer, okay. Yeah, let's grab an Oracle card now for you from the Keepers of Light. just to grab an extra, some input here for you, Cancer. Okay, and one's jumped out. This doesn't often happen with this deck, so let's have a look. Wow, Master Jesus, this is unconditional love here. Forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. So remember when we were talking about the past lives, trauma, and all that sort of thing. I think once you step into an awareness of what your spiritual gifts are here, Cancer, you could possibly need to go through a process of self-forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for, I guess, for not having activated these gifts previously, because it just wasn't time. Okay. And you've done it this way. You've worked on creating your foundation, which is going to lay the foundation. I'm going to say the same word. You're laying the foundation, which is your security, which is going to enable you to really step into this spiritual purpose even in more depth, with more power, more conviction. And, I think this is a spirit guide, Master Jesus, also called Yeshua. And I'm pretty sure, of course he's an Ascendant Master, but a very high frequency Ascendant Master, working with other also galactic collectives, I believe. Okay. It could definitely help you with your mastery. Another name for this energy is also like the Prince of Peace, okay, or also like the Counselor, that type of thing, but also healer, okay, healer, teacher, and I think you are all those things, Cancer, okay. So yeah, isn't this really gorgeous to have? If you are healing from something, which I have a feeling is past life stuff you're healing now. This is what's kind of happening. I feel like you've already healed a lot of current life stuff, but I think you're healing past life stuff is what's coming next. And whoa, it's going to be awesome. I've got chills right now. So I hope that's been helpful, Cancer. I look forward to our next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon.